All right, guys, so today what we're going to be learning is the different properties of a quadratic function. So the first thing that we're going to go over is determining whether a parabola has either a max or a min. So this is very easy to figure out just by looking at the picture. So if you have a hill-shaped parabola that goes up and then comes down and it looks like a hill, this is going to have a maximum point. However, if you have a parabola that goes downwards and looks like a hole or a ditch, this one is going to have a minimum. Either way, they're both still going to have vertexes at either the highest or the lowest point, but it depends on your graph. So if we look at the graph that we have right here, it's going downwards and makes a ditch. So this one is going to be a minimum. Now, if we want to find our vertex, since we have a minimum, it is going to be our lowest point. Our lowest point is this point right here. So if we just look at our graph, that lowest point is going to be 2, -1. So that is our vertex, 2, -1. The one after that is your axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is pretty easy because once you have your vertex, all you need to do is take the x-coordinate of the vertex. So in this case, our x-coordinate is 2. So our axis of symmetry is going to be x equals, do not forget the x equals, 2. The next one after that is your y-intercept. So your y-intercept is when your x value is 0 or where it crosses the y-axis. So if you look here, this is my y-axis. The point that it crosses is this point right there. Like I said before, your x is going to be 0, and my y value is going to be 1, 2. So my y-intercept is going to be 0, 2. If your x-coordinate is not 0, you did something wrong. And then the last one is the roots. So for your roots, it's where it crosses the x-axis. So I'm going to write that as a little note, where the graph crosses the x-axis. So in my graph here, I have one root, and then I have a second root because it crosses twice. So I have a cross here, and I have a cross here. So my roots are going to be 1, 0, and if I count 1, 2, 3, 3, 0. However, you might get graphs that look like this. I'm going to make a quick little sketch. So I have this graph here. In this graph, it has a minimum. It is a vertex that's right here. It's going to have a y-intercept because it's going to eventually hit the y-axis. However, it never touches the x-axis, which means for roots, it would be there are no roots. Do not write 0. That is wrong. You have to say there are no roots. In another video that I'm going to attach, I'm going to show you guys how to do this on the calculator also. So if you have any questions, just email us.